Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy C's back at y'all with another video. And on this video, I want to talk about something that was fresh on my mind today about fathers, especially like in the Black community, because I kind of feel like that's something that needs to be talked about. I know today is Father's Day, the 6th, 21st, 2026 on Sunday. And first of all, I want to also give a shout out to all the fathers out there that's really putting in work and really got doing what they supposed to do. And if y'all see the subscribe button, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel, Motherland's Realist. Hit that notification bell anytime when I drop a video, so y'all could be in the loop whenever I have to drop any new content. But anyway, I really wanted to talk about Black fathers, especially because I always look online and I always see some of these content creators, females, Black females, just talking real bad about fathers. And I woke up this morning and it was this one content creator. I mean, she was saying like Black fathers pretty much ain't doing nothing. And she wasn't saying some, she was pretty much putting all Black fathers are not doing what they supposed to do, which I feel like that's incorrect, because the thing is, to me, that's a little insulting, because I look at the fact that you do got some Black fathers like myself that works very hard. I got 2 jobs, well 3 now, and I do everything I can to help out my family. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a 6, 7, 8 figure and all this make-believe stuff. But the thing is, just to be a father is not always about money. Because when you put money in place of actual God-given love, which is real spirituality, I kind of feel that that's what you really, really need in society. Because I know back in the day, let's say around the 80s, there was some a little bit more harmony that I remember, especially in the Black community. And the thing is, people actually, not just the fathers, the mothers, everybody actually had a harmony where all of us, and not just the family itself, but the whole community was brought on raising a family. Like, for example, back in the day, if your child did something and somebody in the community seen them doing something wrong, they'll got to make sure that child is chastised or whatever. And like, hey, you don't do that, or they'll tell, like the immediate parents that, hey, you shouldn't do things like that. And the thing is, I kind of feel that, especially like in society today, people don't do that anymore. I mean, we went from everyone helping out one another to, hey, don't hit my child, don't say nothing to my child, and all this kind of stuff. And that, to me, I feel like it's systematically designed to happen that way, because you really, as a people, and especially Black people, because I'm doing this video strictly for the Black people out here, or any people really, but this one really here is strictly for the Black people, that we all could come together as one thing. Because if you think about it, you can't move unless you are one thing. We need the mothers, we need the fathers, we need the kids, the children, cousins, brothers, uncles, whatever. It goes down the list. All of us is a community, and we all supposed to be one thing that's supposed to help one another out. Because the way I feel, if people is not helping out as a community, the community is basically just gonna crush. And that's with anything. That's with any kind of relationship, no matter if it's business, family, whatever. You all gotta be all on that one thing. Even just like when it come down to like music, how we got frequencies and things. I know I'm a little off subject or whatever. I'm gonna get back to what I mean about the black fathers and all that. But let me just say this right quick. When it come down to frequencies, when you listen to different music is actually have different frequencies. When you listen to gospel music, it make you feel spiritual. When you listen to something like a romance song, now you're feeling romantic. That's a different frequency. And then even when it comes down to like, some of the rap music, I'm not gonna say all of it, but some of it, yeah, it's like if you hear some real vulgar language and people saying all this crazy stuff or whatever, yeah, it make you want to fight and hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? Rock and roll, whatever. It all depends on how you present that song. And depending on how you present that song and the contents of that song, it's a different frequency. So it's pretty much related to like what I'm about to say about black fathers. And when it comes down to the fathers and the mothers out here. I mean, don't get me wrong. If some of these guys out here, I understand, for whatever reason, they don't want to, be there for their kids, whatever. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the real ones out here, just like myself, that's really doing their best in order to do for the community, to do for their family. Because a community is a group. It's not just based on just one thing. It's actually based on a lot of things. So my thing is this here. The same frequencies that you put out here on these platforms, YouTube, Vivo, whatever, it's the same thing where I'm saying as far as like what you speaking to people. Because the thing is, when it's all said and done, if you is who you say you is, you're going to do what you're supposed to do as a father. Just like as my role as a father, I do what I'm supposed to do. And I actually have, proof of that. And the proof is in the pudding, me. Because the thing is, me, myself, and the people that surrounded me, see, they know what kind of person I am. I really don't have to speak about this. It actually shows in the content of your character as far as what type of person you are. Because just like me, I work hard. I make sure I provide for my family. And, I actually show them love. I don't know if y'all seen like a couple of my old videos and things. Like in real time, I actually do that in my real life, where I actually take time with my family. That's not an act. That's me for real, And the thing is, I kind of feel like people got to start being a little bit more honest with themselves. Because you don't have to necessarily have 6 figures to say, okay, I'm a father, or 7, 8 figures. No, money ain't got nothing to do with spirituality. Spirituality is God-given. And that's a fact. Because if you ain't doing it for self, in order to do it for the community, what are you doing it for? So like me, I'm a father, I'm a lot of things. I'm an uncle, I'm a lot of things. Cousin, whatever. And I shout out to James 456, his channel, his YouTube channel. On my earlier YouTube channels, he's a great father. He's a father of 6. I'm a father of 2. And I know my daughters, they love me to death. Every time I even come home from work, they'll come right there hugging me, happy to see me as a father, somebody that's really willing to do everything he can in order to make sure he take care of his family. And to me, that means a lot. I don't feel that it's something that is meaningless. You know, and the problem is with the black community, we got too caught up into all this materialistic stuff. You know, how much money this dude got, what does money have to do with actual spiritual love? And I know this is going to go above some people's heads or whatever. Man, they ain't going to understand what I'm talking about. Because the thing is, we had something before all this started, a barter system. And the barter system, if y'all not familiar with it, is basically you trade amongst one another. If I got fish and this person over here got like some vegetables, we trade off of that. Not necessarily money. Money does not bring happiness and is not definitely not going to bring love. Because I know this for a fact. I've been on this earth 40-some years and I understand the value of what love really is. Love is not something that you buy. Love is something that it happens. It's given. You know, it's within you. And the first person you should really love is yourself. And then once you love yourself, therefore, that's how you can love everybody else. Because I know I did some past videos where I said, is you, love with yourself, or is you at war with yourself? And I don't know, maybe it went above some people's heads. Maybe they didn't even give a crap about that video, but whatever. But the bottom line is this here: your frequency and the things that you say and the things that you do actually means a lot. So when you actually speak good on things, you should speak good on things as far as showing an example of who you should be in this society. And stop worrying about what this person say, what that person say. Because if, like me, myself, if I always thought about stuff like that, I wouldn't even be the father who I am today. My dad, shout out to my dad, you know, he pretty much got made the man who I am today. And thank God for him and my mother. So it's not always about the mothers. I also feel like it's the fathers. So what we need to do in the black community, we need to come back to the one unit, the oneness, and we need to actually come back to that balance. Because you can't have one without the other. In other words, you need fathers as well as mothers to keep a balance in this society. Because without that, nothing will be possible. And that's not necessarily just for the black side here. I'm also talking to any other race. But especially on this video right here, I'm really talking to you black people out there. If you're going to do something in life, just make sure you do it as one. You got to be one with everything and everybody in there. Just like right now, me and my two daughters and my wife, we work together. It's not I clean the room, she cleaned the room, my wife cleaned the room. No, we clean the room. So in order to make anything possible in this world, you got to be one. And that's with business, like I said. That's with your family. That's with anything. Because I'm getting sick of like these YouTubers and things that come out here or TikTok, whatever. Some of these broken women out here, you know, they don't understand the laws of the universe. It's what's above, so below. In other words, it's not what's on the outside of you, it's what's inside of you. Because whatever's inside of you is what's going to reflect what's on the outside of you. Just like if you're a toxic person within, you're going to be a toxic person outside of you. So that's where that God center come from. And that comes from men, women, and everything around you. We all connected. So if you try to break one person, in other words, the man, which is technically supposed to be the security in the household, you already kicked the security out. And I'm talking to the real men out there. And the ones out there, they know what I'm talking about. Because like I said, all this stuff is systematically designed to be this way. So I came on Father's Day to make this video to actually share that with y'all. Because I feel that us as a people, we can actually rise above all this negativity and actually do something positive with our lives. And the only way y'all gonna do that, as the conclusion of this video, we gotta actually be one thing. We gotta be one unit. I and I, Ubuntu, whatever you want to call it. We gotta be this one thing. I don't care if you 2 people, you one thing. I don't care if you're 10 people, you're one thing. I don't care if it's 100 people, you always gonna be one thing. No matter how many people it is, you always gotta be one. And the only way you're gonna actually succeed on anything in life is not this false sense of teaching people how to try to outdo this person, outdo that person, which is an illusion. It's really no such thing as that. It's one thing. Just like how they say first place, second place, third place. There ain't no first place, second place, third place. No, it's just one. We all one thing when it's all said and done. So as a community, we need to get back to community. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this video right now. I know it's about 16 some minutes or whatever, but anyway, I just wanted to spread this message to all the fathers out there. All your fathers out there, the real ones out there, keep doing what you're doing. And the ones that's not, get back on the right frequency so you can go ahead and do what you got to do for your family. And that's all I got to say. I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.